Okay, so you have taken almost an hour for your preparation. So what we're going to do right now is the story exchange. And tomorrow, the first round presentation for Team Kalpita will be happening. But today, we will have things on a very constructive basis. So I was given to understand that Team Kalpita Sri has made a presentation ready about the story. Now, you will have to understand a very important point here. If the problem that you have decided or devised or designed, if it is going to be a repetitive one, along with the one that I had mentioned in the previous round, then that will be rejected. Right? Okay. So stay very careful about it. So we are again going for the toss. Yesterday Balaji won the toss and they decided to go first. And today let's see who is calling the toss. Who's calling the toss? Kalpita or Balaji?
Balaji was there.
Okay, so Kalpita, where are you right now? Have you reached home?
Sir, just now, sir, I'm entering Kollachi, sir. Within 10 minutes, I'll be in my home, sir.
All right, okay, fine. So, Balaji, I'm spinning. Call the toss. 1, 3, 2, 1. Call.
Head.
It's actually heads this time. So, Team Kalpita Sri wins the toss. So, you can decide. Either you narrate the story.
Sir.
I heard tails.
Balaji said
Heads, sir.
But your decision is final, sir.
Balaji wins the toss. Okay, Balaji's team wins the toss. Now decide.
Sir, we already decided, sir. Sir, so if we win the toss, sir, we let them perform first, sir, which means we are giving the story to them first, sir.
Balaji, we are letting them first in the sense they are going to say the story to us now. A small malfunction in the teamwork, sir. Now it will be all fixed up, sir.
Vidashri,
Sir?
what was the decision? You tell me.
Well, we were saying that we wanted the other team to go first in the call.
Which means they will narrate the story to you.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so Team Kalpita, Team Balaji is inviting you to the forum for explaining the story. Class does not wrap up until you finish the story. Story, come on, get up, come. Note down things. No team has got the right to ask for any clarification after the story narration is done.
Kalpita, quickly see a message in our meeting room.
Okay, now.
Position yourself properly. I am making a transition shift of the camera.
Friends, I'm going to share screen. Please let me know if you are able to see the screen.
Take a gift there.
Are you able to see the screen, friends?
Yes, Matra. Yes, Matra.
So, Prisha, you're back?
Yes, sir. I came back like 5 minutes ago, sir.
Okay. Change the angle. Change the angle. So we are going to get a little bit down. Action.
Yes.
Will that do? Yeah. All right, boys and girls. So change the view. So the presenters are there, the audience are here, and I'm here. Do you want this view to be changed, or you're okay with it?
Sir,
No,
okay,
sir.
sir.
Good. That's good. Sure.
Come a little front. Right. So Team Kalpita Street is going to narrate the story for Team Balaji. I'll also note down. So the time starts now.
Thank you, sir. Warm greetings, everyone. Good evening, sir, and good evening, friends. Now we are going to narrate a storyline which we were supposed to do, and we have made sure that it is the brainstormed ideas of each and every single person. So now I would like to get into this skit. The timeline is 3050, and it is going to be the genre of the skit is going to be history with technology. So now itself in 2021, we have seen devastating change in technologies, and if we imagine it is be under the control of machine. Likewise, we have imagined that we have it, and this particular incident is happening in Maharashtra, Mumbai. So there are a lot of people who are rich there, and in a particular area there is a person called there is a Patel family, and his son's name is Ram Kumar Patel. He is not interested in studies because he's ready to do his father's business, but he's more interested in wars, and really likes to know what happened in wars, and he is more patriotic towards the country, though he's not very good in academics. So once his history teacher takes a lesson that is on the base of a war, and the war was happening in 1965. So Ram Kumar and his friend, he has a friend. They both are more interested to know what happened there. And the Patel family, he is having a time machine in his house. So there is a rule in the government that nobody should cross. It should not be used for a negative purpose, but without knowing to Patel, Ram Kumar and his friends, they take the time machine and they want to go and look what happened in the war. So that is the entire story going to be. We have decided upon a lot of characters here, which will be mentioned in further slides. Now I would like to call upon Dakshinana to explain the skit. Over to Dakshina.
Yes, now we go into the second part of the sorry. Now we go into the second part of the talk.
Third slide. Oh yeah, just already explained.
Okay. Yeah. So now what we have seen thus far is there's a battle called the Battle of Chivada, which was one of the battles of the Indo-Pak War in 1965. No one speaks about this battle much, and neither of the sides, neither India or Pakistan, had that much of the technological equipments for their warfare. So now what we have here is these kids, like these college students from the Patel family, like Ram Kumar Patel and his friends, they have entered the 1965 timeline. They go through a dense forest, and when they reach to the other side of the, one of the rivers of the forest, they see that, and the date is 16 September, and they see that there's a war going on between India and Pakistan, and they come across 8 soldiers who are the main characters in the story. You can give any names to them, you can validate the characters, you can make your own, like nourishments to the characters. But these 8 characters are basically soldiers. So these boys meet the soldiers, and now the soldiers, they express their feelings to the boys that they are feeling very nervous, they're feeling homesick, and they have the fear of death. So now you have these questions to be asked. First one, will the soldiers use the help of the college boys? Like you might be asking, why should the soldiers ask help to someone who's to a group of people who are younger than them? But then that could prove helpful because the boys are from the future. They have a lot of new ideas which no one else has. Or will their ego stop them from seeking the help of the younger generation? The other question is, will they gather the courage to fight their enemies? Will the soldiers gather their courage, their lost courage, and fight against their enemies? Will they overcome their personal problems and do that? And will the college students overcome their personal problems and will they be able to help the soldiers? So will there be a coexistence between people from the future and people from the past? Is it possible? You have to decide. So Team Balaji, that's your task. Continued by Mika.
So Team Balaji, you must have noted down all these questions in the plot. So the first thing is everywhere, in whichever field or in whichever philosophy that we are teaching, when we are giving a particular task to the other team, they will be having an expectation level. They will just have an expectation level, like they want them to perform like this. They will not have their own imagination, creativity. So once you complete with your activity, that is your team's task, round number 2, we would be able to honestly reveal the expectations. So we have expectations in our own mind. People have different expectations, but the one main expecting factor that I would like to mention now is the solutions for all the soldiers and the students. So you will come to know about those problems very soon in the next upcoming slides. I'm giving a big solution. The most expecting level is your solution towards the manual problem. That will be the last slide in this PPT. So we expect more, and we believe that Team Balaji are very strong, and we believe that you will definitely come across this and you will win in this activity. So we believe that we will satisfy our expectation level, and at the same time, you will answer all these solutions. And next person would like.
So before I want to mention one point. Here we are explaining the character into ourselves. Like person 1 when I'm speaking as a person 1. Like that each person will speak at least for 9%. They will be telling the problems in their own way, and each and every problems are given on their own ideas. So each person now will speak. Each person now will speak into the character. So first person. So first person is a person with anger and anger due to his bad past. His bad past is very horrible, and also he faced a lot of problems. Sometimes he would be sometimes in his past he is very noble, but due to the circumstance and the people who surrounds him, he become very anger, and that past gives him more anger and anger. Whenever he thinks about his past, he will become more anger.
How is it different from person number 3 in the first round?
So person number 3, when he think about his past, he will be about to cry. But this anger is
so that's self-inflicting, but this is external.
Yes, sir. It's a different environment, sir. Actually, before getting to the backfield, it's a forest experience. They are going on a trekking, sir. And at that time, they actually identify that they have this particular emotion in themselves, and they are trying to control themselves.
Got it.
This particular person will show anger when he speaks about his past. Unwantedly, sir. It might be a small thing. Even while he was thinking about his past, if the nearby person is doing something correct, also he will scold him because.
Oh, it's pretty much like me. It's me there. It's me. Okay.
It's like that. It's like that. So
Which idea was this?
Brinda,
Brenda, you have understood me very good. Thank you.
It's a bonus.
Yeah, next.
So
Now it's it.
next person will be continued by you.
Good job, Brenda, Darshan, and Kalpita so far. Yeah, next.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, friends.
GP, come on, get on.
Mitra, well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, I'm eagerly looking for Guru Prasana Mohin and Asutam. Go on.
Yes, sir. The second person is a person who always hurts others.
verbally speaking or even physically attacking, and a person who always want to blow things out, uh, a person who will never care about anything and he will work on himself. That's the second person.
Okay,
Continue with Krisha.
Risha.
Person 3 is a negative thinker and a selfish person. No matter what is going on, he's always negative, and if something wrong or something bad happens, he's usually like I wouldn't say happy, but he's very pleased. He's very selfish as well. He doesn't like giving things to others, or he doesn't really care much about what other people are doing. He only cares about himself. He's also biased, which basically is like if he supports only one person, no matter how what they're doing, no matter how bad or good it is. Also, he cannot handle discrimination, meaning that if he gets humiliated in front of people, he cannot handle it, but he likes to give other people a hard time. So that's person 3.
Right. Good job, Prisha, and good job, Prasanna.
Well done, Prisha. Well done, Prisha. Well done.
One minute progress, I have to let sir know one thing, just a moment. Sir, out of character, sir, in first round and second round you mentioned about the primary target and secondary target, sir. Primary target and secondary target, sir. So in the sequence, from person number 1 to person number 8,
There is no primary and secondary target rule for this one.
okay, sir, as we do not do round one, we want to satisfy you, sir. So I have arranged all the persons in the order of the primary target and then secondary target.
Okay.
So we will be speaking now.
Yes, sir.
Fine, that's a good one.
Then we can continue.
And then
Go on, Mohit, continue.
Okay. So person number 4 is a person that is an attention seeker. He will make sure that everyone is always focused on him, and everyone always always look at him and always see what he does. And he doesn't know how to use them. He doesn't know how to use a machine gun and a very other weapons. And he always uses violence to solve problems. He always says, let's punch this guy to make him answer our questions, and let's blow that base up to get that info. He always uses violence, and he doesn't know how to use weapons. Continue on to the next person.
What whose idea was this? Person number 4?
Mike.
Very important job. Very important. Team Balaji, I would be benignly looking forward to have a very strong solution for this person number 4.
yes.
This is a very important problem. Grabbing the attention and trying to make impression. See, in MSES sessions we had lots of people like that, and trying to. It's like monkey attitude, like trying to have attention seeking. It's a very important problem. Fine. Let's see.
Super, Mohit.
Well done, Mohit.
Thank you, sir.
என்ன பார்த்த மாதிரியே இருக்கு. சரி. Next.
Continue to Ashwatthama.
So warm greetings everyone. I'm the person 5, and my problem is that I don't like to be in a team. I always like to be independent, and I don't want anyone to watch my back in the wall, or I don't do that, and I don't care about anyone surrounding me. Like even for one of my selfish needs, the whole army will die. I don't care, and then. You mustn't face it.
Okay.
Yes.
பார்த்தேன். ஒரு பிறந்தநாள் விஷ் பண்றதுக்கு வந்துட்டு சொன்ன வீடியோல டீமுக்குள்ள போடாம தனியா அக்கா அஞ்சு நாளைக்கு முன்னாடியே போட்டியே அதுக்கும் இப்ப நீ சொல்ற டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனுக்கு சரியா மேட்ச் ஆகுது. அதுக்கு பச்சிக்கு ஓட்டுது. அந்த வீடியோ அனுப்பிச்சாங்க நமக்கு.
செலிப்ரேஷன் பண்ணுவோம்.
செலிப்ரேஷன்.
ஆனா விஷயத்துல பேச நிறைய செலிப்ரேஷன் இருக்கு.
அவ இன்னைக்கு எடுக்கல. உலகம் சரி.
So I don't really don't know to handle any of the circumstance. Yeah, like this war, taking care of my life, staying alive is a circumstance for me, and that itself is a big thing for me. And I couldn't do this very easily, and I'm not wise in making many decisions.
Right. Lives for himself. Lives for himself. Correct. Pretty much. Okay. Good.
Continued by Kalpita.
So now I would like to state the problem of the sixth person. He is a person who has a lot of inferiority complex. Ever since he was a child, he holds a lot of grudges against people, and people around him also never wanted him to be part of them, and everybody around the society keeps him away. So he has a lot of inferiority complex, and he doesn't know how to respect a person. He holds no values. No matter what the age of a person is, he never respects anyone. And he has faced a lot of struggles due to this also. So this is the problem of the sixth person. Over to Dakshinana to explain the seventh person's problem.
So, greetings everyone. I am person 7. I have a lot of problems within myself, and these problems are stopping me from performing well in the war. So, the first problem that I have is being self-obsessed. I have a lot of ego. I think 2.
Good evening.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
So, like to resume from where I left off. So, my problem is I have a lot of ego. What I care about in the entire world is about, despite the fact that I'm not the senior, despite the fact, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Despite
Sir.
That's what happened.
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಸತ ಬಟ್
now when I'm actually
Sir, what happened, sir?
சொல்றேன் முடிக்கிட்டு சொல்றேன்
official announcement வந்திருக்கு.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, please.
So despite the fact that I'm not the senior most in my regiment, I still have a lot of ego, and I don't conform to the norms of whatever is being said to me. I don't obey my senior officials, and I have a lot of ego. The next thing is, I am a person who likes to overthink. So let's take an example. If a person A wants to make a presentation on a topic, so let's say a person A wants to make a presentation on a topic, he must have spent the whole night before the D-Day planning about the presentation, and he must have a script, right? But then 10 minutes before the presentation, the person changes the whole script, and he informs his teammates that no, dude, we are not going to do this presentation, we have changed the format. And then the friends will be like, basically, dude, we just have 2 minutes for the presentation, this person doesn't care. So he keeps thinking till the last minute, and he doesn't care to change the plan, despite the fact that he's not well prepared. So I'm a person like that. I like to overthink the tactics. Even I'm not concerned with framing the tactics because I'm not a leader in my regiment. But I like to spoil the already planned events which have been sent to me by my colonel or my commander. And I'm too much obsessed with success and victory. I don't care about how victories are attained. I don't conform to the norms of the ethics of the game. Yes. So I'll do anything to attain victory, even if it means going against the ethics of the game or against the ethics of the war. So I'm that kind of person. I'm obsessed with myself, I'm obsessed with winning, and I always overthink. So how will you solve these problems of mine? All the best in your life.
Right, so Mitra, you are the only person left, right?
Yes, sir.
Because Karen does not come.
Yes, sir.
Yes. No, the point is, you put this and you speak it. Okay, since there is a rain noise, Mitra will use the headphone.
Friends, are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Mitra.
Yes, Mitra.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. Warm greetings, one and all present here. I am actually a soldier who has an experience of about 9 to 10 years. I am a little new here, but I am actually getting accustomed with the environment. First, I wasn't very much fine with the environment, all these battlefields, but I had to motivate myself. I had to appreciate myself to gain confidence and gain self-confidence. So coming to my problem, I'm feeling so sad that I'll have to give up myself to you younger people because I have these problems, and being like a 35 or 40-year-old, I'm not able to solve these problems even till now. So let me just accept this because I had to do this. So let's start describing the problem. The first problem that I have is since childhood, I have always believed that fictional characters actually they are alive. They are actually in this world, and that's people around me always used to say that there is no such kind of thing, or it's weird to think like this. Lot of things, lot of problems. I have undergone a lot of failures, but still now I am not able to stop accepting it or expecting it. I have undergone a lot of therapies or many more things, but still I am not able to overcome this particular problem. More than a problem, it is a thinking. It's a capability of my mind. Next, coming to the next problem, when people around me accept, they actually take the fact that the world is facing, when they accept and take it into their mind, and they always are cautious about it, I start opposing with them. I start saying something that is not authentic. Authenticity is very much important in the current world, and being 3050, it's very much important. But still now I am not able to give authentic news to the people around me, and also I am not able to accept the facts that's happening around me. And the last and final thing is even more dangerous than these. Expecting more than the limit. There is a certain limit for any, if you are getting into a field, or if you are in a particular profession, or in any particular act of work in our life, there is a limit for everything, even for expectation. But I am not able to control my expectation. Expecting more for the future is really appreciable, but I'm doing it more than the limit, more than the particular given thing. I'm doing it more than that, and that's the only worrying thing. I hope that you will definitely solve this problem because the war is going on, and I must make our country win in this war.
You have almost finished.
Yes, sir.
You say the time limit is 3050.
Yes, sir.
What was the reason for pushing century back? Century later?
No, sir, we had two ideas, sir. One was Dinda said that group of youngsters going to a forest, sir.
Yes, sir.
Calcutta said a battle, sir. So to link them, we mentioned ourselves from the future, people are coming to the present and they are witnessing the soldiers, sir.
History and humor, sir.
But my question is, we are in 2020 and about 130 years later, it's too much beyond. Do you really think human mind will have the same set of problems as you have mentioned? Because the human evolution will be altogether in a different parenthesis of thinking.
Yes, sir. This was for the soldiers.
Soldiers, sir.
Not for students are not the main characters. No, soldiers are.
That's why I mentioned that I have an experience of like being in the battlefield. So the one mistake I made was in an excitement, instead of mentioning in the 19 that year, sir, I mentioned in 3050. That's why, sir. Sorry for that flaw, sir.
Sir, and the main problem here is, will people from the future and past coexist together?
Yes, sir.
Right, finish it, finish it.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
So, sir, Kalpitaka is calling you, sir. Kalpitaka, yes, sir.
Yes, Kalpita.
sir, no, sir, I wanted to answer that question, sir. So these are the major
Akka,
problems
1
that
minute,
we.
ka. Excuse me,
Okay,
Akka.
Mitra, okay.
Akka, I'll just switch to the speaker, ka. I'm actually using earphone, ka. Just a moment, ka.
Okay, Mitra, sure.
Yes, ka. Now you can speak up, ka.
Okay, thank you, Mitra. Sir, I wanted to answer this question, sir. The major problems that most of them face nowadays are these 8 problems, sir. As far as we have known, especially we expect more, sir. And every person, most of them have taken it from our own experience, sir. So we wanted to put that in the soldier's attitude, sir, and see how Team Balajan is giving solutions, sir. So that's why we came up with this kind of problems, sir.
Got it, Kalpita. Nice, nice. Thank you.
Wait, your turn?
Vitashi wants to leave, it seems, sir.
Yes, sir. Vitashi wants to leave. She has another class, sir.
All right, so once again, screen share stop. Okay, so Vitashi wants to leave, that's what I'm informed here. So
Yes,
we
sir.
will. All right, Vitashi. So everybody say bye to Vitashi. See you tomorrow.
Bye, Vitashi.
Bye,
Bye, Vitashi. This is
Right,
song.
Vitashi.
Bye.
Share this now, and we are pretty much coming to the close here. And Udeshi Brinda wanted to gift Mitra, so take the key, please. I'll give that. So before we wrap up the class, we got a couple of things to be done here. Uday Kirtana, Brinda's elder sister, and Udeshi Brinda wanted to give the gift to Mitra. So you can give the gift to.
Okay, sir.
Hey. Very good. Company will need to use the particular time.
The Vindana.
Thank you so much, ka. Thank you so much, ka.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir.
And now Mirdabashni and of course Dakshin Siddharth's mom actually speaking.
Sir, this is my gift, sir. On the man.
One. So, Mirdabashni and Dakshin.
Sir, yeah, the middle of. Sir,
Dakshin Siddharth is handing out the gift to Mitra.
once upon it's a book. So I hope you read this and I hope you love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Many more happy returns of the
Thank
day.
you so much, Anna. Thank you, Anna.
Mirdabashni is the next person to hand over the gift to Mitra.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, ka. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mirdabashni. Vishnupriya is the next person to hand over the gift.
Thank you so much, ka. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right, okay. So, okay, so thank you so much, everybody. And tomorrow, okay, so tomorrow we will have a cake cutting ceremony, and Kalpita's sister Yadushna are kind enough to hand over the cake. Kalpita herself will bring the cake tomorrow, and we will have the pleasure of Mitra cutting that down. Ellen postponed the cake cutting ceremony. Yes, Ritan, quickly.
Sir, I thought tomorrow, sir.
Yeah, full.
Continue, continue.
Sir, tomorrow only we are giving the gifts, sir. So tomorrow I'll just give my gifts, sir.
No problem.
But tomorrow I'm coming, sir. So tomorrow I'll come.
Right. Okay. Okay, so see you tomorrow, folks. Ritan Nitish, Balaji, Guru Prasanna, Kalpita, Sri, Mohit, Vanilla, Anjana, Frisha, Jay. And to have anybody else? No. Thank you so much, boys and girls. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys, for keep sharing it from.
Happy birthday again, Mitya.
Thank you.
Frisha.
Thank you so much.